Okay, everyone, welcome back, and let's get started with segment 2. So, for segment 2 today, we are going to focus on lesson E and have a little bit more instruction, examples, and direction for the writing assignment this week. So far, I have enjoyed receiving your paragraphs through email and giving some feedback. So I hope that is helpful. And I also look forward to seeing your submissions this week. So turn with me to page 130, 130, and you will see a picture of county fairs. Have you ever been to a county fair in the USA? Most, I'm sure all states have a state fair, and usually each county has a county fair. So what do you know about these fairs? Have you been to one in Georgia? I'm just curious. I have not been to a county fair yet after moving here, but I have been to some local festivals and street fairs. So now, what about a county fair? This is something unique and particular. So there are some specific events and sights that you might see if you visit a county fair. So, looking at the picture, we notice a Ferris wheel. We see a young girl with a cow, and she's holding a place ribbon. Looks like she got maybe third or fourth place. And you see food booths. Actually, if you are interested, there is a funny and popular TV show that I like to watch, and the show is called Carnival Eats. It's on the Food Channel if you have the cable TV. So the show is called Carnival Eats. Later, I can write it behind me. But let's find out for a moment. Look together at the paragraph here, get some information, and we want to observe how is this paragraph organized? How is it constructed? So if you remember from the past, we have talked about the paragraph structure a lot, and we need to start with a topic sentence to introduce the topic. We're going to give at least 3 or 4 examples. You can give more if you like. And then we need a conclusion sentence. So in this paragraph, I challenged you to practice grammar and also vocabulary that we have learned in Unit 10. So use before and after clauses as well as if clauses. So we'll talk about that some more. But let's see the example, and what do we notice here? Okay, I'm looking below this county fairs. Okay, listen and follow me. One of the biggest tourist attractions in many cities in the United States is the county fair. A fair has something for everyone. It has a beautiful flower show and a photography exhibit. If you have children, they will love the Ferris wheel and the fast rides. If you like animals, you can watch many different animal competitions. The winner in each competition gets a blue ribbon. A fair also has displays of new products, such as cleaning products and cooking tools. When you get hungry, you can buy food from one of the many booths. After you have eaten dinner, You can listen to a concert of live music until late in the evening. Many fairs end with spectacular fireworks. There really is something for everyone at a fair. Okay? So, how about you can pause at this time and read this again to yourself? And can you notice any before and after phrases or any if clauses? So take a moment to pause and read it one more time. Okay? All right, so let's notice together any if clauses. Do you see any if clauses anywhere? Okay, one of them I can point out, and I think you have seen. If you have children, comma, they will love the Ferris wheel and the fast rides. Okay, remember, we're using the present tense with the if clause. And because we're using this for future time, use the future tense in the main clause. So what's the main clause? They will love the Ferris wheel and the fast rides. Okay? And if you have being the simple present tense. All right. Is there another one? If you notice next, there is another if clause. If you like animals, you can watch many different animal competitions. Okay, what's the simple present verb in the if clause? Like. And what about the future in the main clause? Now, you can watch. Remember how the end of the last segment for day 1, I mentioned to you that we can use different verb tenses. So what do we see here? What tense is this one? If you like animals, comma, you can watch. Yes, it's simple present tense. Okay? Now, what about before and after clauses? Do you see any of those in this paragraph? Okay. You might see other clauses as well. There is one starting with the word when. When you get hungry, comma, you can buy food. So remember the TV show I mentioned to you. In the USA, of course, people love to eat and probably eat too much, as you know. But the carnivals or county fairs are a very popular place to try different and unique foods. And so the TV show I recommended will be interesting to you if you would like to see some popular creations of food. Okay, what about after? Any after clauses? After you have eaten dinner, you can listen. So you notice that this writer is using mostly the present tense. Remember that my assignment for you, I gave you the topic of pick an attraction you would like to visit in the future, something you have not seen yet. So in that case, I would like for you to practice using future time with the clauses before and after. Okay? Now, any more? Do we see anything with before or any more after clauses? Okay? I don't think so. I think those are the only ones. However, if you notice these sentences that are containing a clause, maybe they have a comma in the middle, maybe they don't have a comma, but there are two parts connecting in the same sentence. This is a complex sentence. So if we take again the first example we saw, If you have children, comma, this is the dependent clause. So if you have children, what? I'm waiting for more information. It's not complete. So we call it a dependent clause, which means it depends on the main clause. So the main clause, they will love the Ferris wheel and the fast rides. This is the main idea. And this is also a good example for what I am looking for from you. So try to use if clauses and also try to use before and after clauses. So take this challenge and try your best. Okay, so I hope that this paragraph was a good example for you. And we should point out how many sentences are here. What do you notice? Let's see. There's at least 9 sentences here. So the paragraph can be longer if you like. More practice. More practice makes perfect, right? Okay, now on the next page, exercise C, we will notice that there is another chance to examine this paragraph a little bit more and write 5 examples of things to do at a county fair. So, the topic sentence, let's see. If we look at the topic sentence, what is that? What is that, the topic sentence? It's the first one, right? One of the biggest tourist attractions and so on, starting with the first sentence. Next sentence, a fair has something for everyone. This is also a kind of a focus sentence, giving the reader more specific direction from the writer. Because after that, we have many examples about what to do at a county fair. So can you tell me some of the examples? All right, so based on the picture, there are competitions to show animals with prizes and blue ribbons. We of course can eat. Most people's favorite thing to do at a fair. There are rides, of course, that you can go on, rides that you can take. Do you like to go on rides? Or maybe you went on rides with your children at a fair. So another example of something to do at a fair, display new products such as cooking tools. All right. And another one, maybe my favorite one, listen to music at a daily concert. Okay, so we had the example, at least 3 or 4 examples in this paragraph, right? And we noticed all of the conditional clauses. And finally, what's the conclusion sentence? There really is something for everyone at a fair. All right. So I think it's your turn. I would like to see your examples sometime during this week after you watch these videos. And good luck. I hope to see some new vocabulary, and I hope to see some conditional clauses with if, and also before and after clauses. And remember, I'm looking for future time, future tense. Okay, now, maybe before you submit that paragraph, you can check yourself with this checklist after you write and ask yourself, do you have a topic sentence? Do you have enough examples? Do you have complex sentences? with before, after, if, when, and so on. Okay? And of course, do you have a conclusion? Okay. My cat has joined us, but she is running during this lesson today. So, okay. All right. So, if you have any questions, please let me know. So at the beginning of segment 3, we will take a quick look at lesson F, and our main goal is to do some review. So before we begin segment 3, I would like to call your attention to the book, page 133, and also 134 and 135. Okay, so we're going to do these exercises together. It would be a good opportunity before we begin. Take a look and skim and try a little bit on your own before we come together. Okay? All right, so let's stop there for segment 2, and I'll give you some time to prepare before we come back for segment 3.